Hey guys, I'm Julian. In this video, we're gonna learn how to say whose phone is this in Korean. In Korean, whose phone is this is 이거 누구 전화기예요? 이거 누구 전화기예요? We learned how to use 이거 in the previous video, right? What we want to focus on today is 누구 전화기, which means whose phone. And when you answer, you will say, it is my phone. In Korean, it is 제 전화기예요. 제 전화기예요. 제 is a formal form of 내, which means my. So my is 내, but when you formally speak, you use 제. And 제거 or 제것 means my thing, which is equivalent to mine in many cases. In spoken forms, 제거 is preferred, while 제것 is preferred for written forms. When you informally speak to your friends, you may refer to your friends' things as 내. So in Korean, is it your phone? Is 이거 내 전화기야? 이거 내 전화기야? This was spoken informally. Only when you speak informally, you can use 내, 내거, 내것. Again, 내거 is preferred in spoken forms, while 내것 is preferred for written forms. Then how should we refer to someone's things if they are not your friends and you have to speak formally? This is a difficult thing. You have to mention that person's title and put 거 at the end. For example, if you are referring to your employer's things, you can say 이거 사장님 약이에요? 이거 사장님 약이에요? If you're referring to your senior's things, you can say 이거 선배님 물이에요? 이거 선배님 물이에요? It is always complicating to properly say formal forms, but you will get used to it little by little. You might wonder why we don't say 이거 누구 전화기세요? In the previous videos, I always recommended to use 세요. And why not this time? It is because we are talking about a thing, a phone, not a person. And you don't need to formally refer to a thing. So that's why we don't say 이거 누구 전화기세요? Some Koreans, especially who work in service industries, often make mistakes of referring things in a formal form, such as 여기 있으세요, meaning here you are. 5,000원이세요, meaning it's 5,000 won. The correct forms are 여기 있습니다 and 5,000원입니다. And this way, you only formally refer to the person you speak to and you don't formally refer to the thing you are talking about. We'll cover this in the later videos as well. Let's learn some words to ask and answer whose things they are. 일기, 일기, 약, 약, 오이, 오이, 옥수수, 옥수수, 물, 물, 숟가락, 숟가락, 젓가락, 젓가락, 컵, 컵, 냄비, 냄비, 음료수, 음료수, 커피, 커피, 콜라, 콜라, 당근, 당근, 메모, 메모, 나라, 나라, 여권, 여권, 지도, 지도, 카메라, 카메라, 공, 공, 수영복, 수영복. Now, let's ask and answer whose things they are. 이거 누구 지도예요? 미영이 지도요. 이건 누구 여권이에요? 제 거예요. 어느 나라 여권이에요? 우리나라 여권이요. 저 카메라는 빛나 거예요? 아니요. 카메라는 예진이 거예요. 예진아, 이거 내 카메라야? 응, 그거 내 거야. 어디 가세요? 여행 가요. 여행 갈 짐을 싸고 있어요. 이 메모 너희 어머니 거 아니야? 맞아. 고마워. From the beginning, we say 미영이 지도요. It means 미영's 지도. The only thing you need to do is you put a proper person's title in front of the thing. Let's continue. We ask, 어느 나라 여권이에요? And answer, 우리나라 여권이요. Here is an important thing you need to know. When you formally speak, you usually use 제 or 저희. But when you mention your country, you don't use those forms, but you use the normal form 우리. It is because you do not want your country to look little. You want to mention it as equally as other countries. So even if you are formally speaking, you don't say 저희 나라 여권이요. You should say 우리나라 여권이요. You may see many Koreans say 우리나라 여권이요 without spacing between 우리 and 나라. In the previous video, we learned that Koreans often say our home, our school, our team instead of my home, my school, and my team due to the collectivism. This applies to their country, Korea, as well. So they say our country, 우리나라, and this became a separate word from 우리나라. Can you see the difference? 우리나라 doesn't have a space between the two words, and it became one word, and it means Korea. So when you foreigner wants to refer to our country, you will want to say 우리나라, not 우리나라. 우리나라's origin is from 우리나라, but it became meaning Korea. So when foreigners who are not Korean citizens want to mention their countries, you should use 우리나라. Does that make sense? Lastly, let's look at this sentence. 이 메모 너희 어머니 거 아니야? We mentioned that we need to use a proper form to refer to someone's things. And this memo is their friend's mother. So they say, isn't this memo your mother's? 너희 어머니 거 means your mother's. Great! Now you can ask and answer, whose phone is this in Korean? If you like this video, please like this video. And if you want to learn more Korean from me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification. In the comment section below, ask and answer whose things they are in Korean, and I'll check it out. Stay tuned.